Just 6 months after they got married, the same husband who appeared to be in love and very excited to be marrying his new wife, Maleah Bess, ended up in a 3-hour police standoff after he did something very bad to her after seeing her with another man.
Well, tonight there is more to the apartment shooting Bethal just mentioned. The suspect in the deadly standoff on Robinson Street is behind bars, denied bail. Ron Allen appeared in court this morning where prosecutors revealed new details about what happened when he killed his wife.
July 31st, 2025, just before noon in Jackson, Mississippi. 24-year-old Maleah Bess walked into her office at Westwood Apartments, ready to help residents and handle leasing inquiries. It was supposed to be a normal Thursday at work. But within hours, her estranged husband would make sure she never walked out of that building alive. Ron Christopher Allen was 52 years old, 28 years older than Maleah. They had been married for less than 6 months. Their wedding took place on Valentine's Day, February 14th, 2025. But by July, the relationship had already fallen apart. Maleah had moved out of their shared home and was staying with a friend. She told people close to her that she didn't feel safe sleeping next to him anymore. In the days leading up to that Thursday, Ron had been showing up at Maleah's workplace uninvited. He would harass her. Friends noticed. Coworkers noticed. But no one could have predicted what would happen next. Around 11 a.m. that morning, Ron walked into the leasing office at Westwood Apartments. He was carrying a green revolver. A witness who worked nearby heard a gunshot and opened the door to Maleah's office. What he saw was horrifying. Maleah was holding her side, wounded. The witness shut the door and heard more shots fired. 7 gunshots in total. Maleah Bess was shot 7 times by the man she had married just 5 months earlier. Jackson police received calls about an active shooter. When officers arrived at the scene, they found Ron Allen standing there with blood all over his shirt, Maleah's blood. He was still holding the gun. But instead of surrendering immediately, Ron barricaded himself inside the leasing office where Maleah's body lay. For more than 2 hours, law enforcement from multiple agencies surrounded the building. SWAT teams were called in. Officers couldn't confirm if Maleah was still alive during those tense hours, but they suspected the worst. While Ron was inside, 2 witnesses tried calling Maleah's phone to check on her. Ron answered, and he told them exactly what he had done. He said he had already killed her. Before we continue, I want to ask you something. Have you ever noticed red flags in a relationship that others overlooked? Maybe a friend, a family member, or even your own situation. Drop your thoughts in the comments below and hit the subscribe button. These conversations matter, and your perspective could help someone else.
They say 2 witnesses called Bess's phone after the shooting to check on her. Authorities also say Allen answered those phone calls and told them he had already killed her. We spoke with Hinds County Sheriff Tyree Jones about their assistance and the factors that played a part in the standoff.
Domestic violence, that's one of the most dangerous calls that a law enforcement officer can respond to and encounter. So what you had yesterday, not only did you have a domestic, but you had an individual that had also allegedly did bodily harm to a lady, and of course she was deceased.
That fatal shooting happening here at the leasing office at Westwood Apartments. In fact, you can even see the bloodstains are still on the mat at the front entrance door of the leasing office. We found out Bess worked as a property manager here at the complex. We also learned that her husband, Ron Christopher Allen, is being accused of shooting her 7 times after finding out she had a boyfriend.
And I really wish that we could have done more to prevent this, but we have people that don't know how to deal with emotions.
This is exclusive video of Allen being taken into custody not long after police say that deadly shooting happened.
He had blood on his clothing. We assumed that came from the victim because she was definitely, there was a lot of bloodshed.
This usually quiet complex now finding itself at the center of a crime scene. Everything happening around 11:30 Thursday morning. Investigators say not long after Bess made it to the leasing office to begin her work shift, Allen showed up with a gun, shooting and killing her.
They're currently married, but my understanding is she was trying to move on. And apparently, again, somebody who do not know how to deal with emotions. And now this family has been destroyed.
After the shooting, police say Allen then went back inside the leasing office, fired more gunshots, and barricaded himself for over an hour. The police department's hostage team continued to make contact with the 52-year-old, trying to get him to come out and surrender peacefully.
Continuously called him as he continued to hang up as they called him. But he eventually told them that he was going to come out. That's exactly what he did.
We've now learned the two were married for less than 6 months. Bess, who is from Chicago, is a recent graduate of Jackson State University. Investigators say they have recovered the gun Allen used, and they're now looking to hold him accountable for his actions.
I've been doing this a long time, but it never gets easy. This lady came to work today. She never thought she'd lose her life at the hands of her husband at work.
After more than 2 hours of negotiations, Ron Christopher Allen finally surrendered to police. He came out of that leasing office covered in Maleah's blood. Officers recovered the weapon, a green revolver. The scene inside was devastating. Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade described it bluntly. There was a lot of blood in the leasing office. Ron Allen was arrested and charged with murder. The next day, he appeared before Judge June Hardwick in Jackson Municipal Court. The judge denied him bond, citing the egregious nature of the crime. He was sent to Hinds County Detention Center in Raymond, where he remains as he awaits trial. During the hearing, it was also revealed that Ron had an unrelated DUI charge and had recently spent 29 days in a rehab facility in New Jersey, struggling with sobriety. But none of that brings Maleah back. Her friends describe her as someone with a heart of gold. A resident at the apartment complex said, "She was sweet, understanding. If you didn't have it, she understood. She gave grace." Maleah was mature, career-driven, and had her whole life ahead of her. She had just started building her career in property management. She was only 24 years old. Her close friend, Maleah Simmons, spoke out after the tragedy. She revealed that Maleah had moved out of the home she shared with Ron because she was concerned for her safety. She didn't want to leave him, but she had to for her own safety, Simmons said. As you can see, she didn't feel safe sleeping next to him. Just a day before the shooting, Ron had visited Maleah's roommate's house. They sat on the couch and talked about their relationship. The roommate said there was nothing alarming about the conversation. She didn't feel any warning signs. But looking back, Maleah's friends wished they had seen what was coming. Simmons had one powerful message for anyone who might be in a similar situation. Even if you're not afraid, even if every shadow of doubt in your mind says that person would never do that to you, if they threaten you one time, take it seriously. Maleah Bess deserved better. She deserved a partner who supported her career and celebrated her independence, not someone who felt threatened by it. She deserved a love that was safe, respectful, and freeing, not one that trapped her and ultimately took her life. Jackson Police Chief Joseph Wade said it best. This is another situation that could have been avoided in our community. This was his wife. She worked here at this location, and he came to this location and took her life. Domestic violence is one of the most dangerous situations law enforcement officers respond to, and too often it ends in tragedy. And if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic violence, please reach out for help. The National Domestic Violence Hotline is available 24/7 at 1-800-799-7233. Maleah Bess, 24 years old, a young woman who worked hard, cared for others, and had so much life left to live. She went to work on a Thursday morning and never came home. Rest in peace, Maleah. Your life mattered. Your story won't be forgotten.